Hey guys, I'm here with a review today that I'm really excited about, and it is called This Side of Home by Renee Watson. This is a realistic young adult novel, if you will, about two African American twins, Nikki and Maya, and it is about their differing reactions to when their predominantly poor African American neighborhood is becoming gentrified, and all of a sudden this place that they've called home and these identities that they've built for themselves are really being challenged in very interesting ways. Nikki comes to see that this whole gentrification thing is really great, and she really loves, hanging out with her new friend across the street who happens to be white. And for Maya, she really feels like her identity and the place and her skin is really slipping away because of the gentrification and the way that people are reacting to it. And so she's very, I want to stay in my African Americanness, that kind of a thing. But along the way, she falls in love with a white boy. And so what I really, really loved about this book is the layers of identity about African American heritage, and the layers of identity in your socioeconomic class that are built into you, and just layers upon layers of intersectionalities and feelings, and in different environments as well, because this is dealt with in their neighborhood, this is dealt with for a friend who has moved away, this is dealt with in their school, and at every single entry point you find this really, really subtle way of dealing with a lot of different layers. Of course, one of the things that's dealt with is racism, but I feel like sometimes when I'm reading novels like this, it's a very overt kind of racism. And particularly in today's climate, it seems like people like to say, well, I'm not racist because, I didn't do this overtly racist thing. And one of the things in this book is that there's a lot of layers of things that are not, overtly racist and like that, like, well, I'm colorblind kind of thinking, and that doesn't work at all. And again, talking about them in so many different ways, and talking about how Nikki and Maya as African American twins are both interacting in this situation very differently, but also, like, it's not like one is for and one is against. One is fighting their own particular battles, and it starts off, like I said, in a very like gentrification yay or gentrification nay, and really moves into just this really, really complex discussion of identity. And it's also a book that's extremely well written. I really liked reading it. It was very easy to read. I didn't feel at any time like I was bored, despite the fact that, I'm a very plot heavy person, so I like things that explode and I like things that move very fast. And every page of this for me felt like it was exploring something new and exploring something in a different way. So it read really fast for me. Renee Watson is a great writer, and I really enjoyed it. And again, I came away from this book thinking a lot of things, and thinking about a lot of different intersectionalities that I hadn't even thought about. And that's really, really what I love a book to do, is to make me walk away and say, let me think about that, because I've never had to deal with any of these issues. I'm white. I grew up in a teeny tiny town in the middle of the wilderness. So, like, this is not anything that I've ever had to go through, and probably never will have to go through, considering that I'm white and I am privileged in that way. It makes you think about different ways of acting, different things that have been said, and just the different ways that people react in certain situations. And I'm being intentionally vague because I don't want to spoil too much of the book, but it's really good, and I'm really, really happy that I read it. It was also awesome because one of the Pop Sugar challenges this year is to read a book about twins, so I was like, aha, got it. I did read this for school, and but it's one of the books that I've read for school that I really want to talk to you guys about, because I've read 38 books so far, and most of them have been for school, so there's a lot happening. If this book sounds at all interesting to you, it's not perfect, but it will make you walk away and say, wow, all of these things are just so complicated, and let's think about this, and let's talk about this. And then I think that that's really important for a book to do. So yeah, It's really hard to review a book when you just like it, but that's where I am right now. So, and don't forget, if you are interested in books such as these, then please join us at the end of the month. We will be doing The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas for the Bibliomancy for Beginners book club. This is my pick for our Own Voices cycle. So join us for that. I'm really excited to be reading that one too. Thanks, guys. Bye.